RSS feeds are composed of a collection of XML tags, and some of them are required and some of them are optional. Now, all RSS feeds that have the version 2.0 as their version number have the RSS tag as their root. That goes along with a version attribute that contains the string 2.0, which clearly identifies the file as an RSS version 2.0 feed. Each RSS tag contains, in turn, a single channel tag, and this is where the content of the RSS feed goes. So if we were to start building a bare bones RSS feed, it would look something like this. We would have the RSS tag at the top with the version being 2.0, and they would have a channel tag inside the RSS tag. Now, this is a bare bones RSS feed, and it doesn't do anything at all, so we have to figure out how to add some content to it. Now, the channel tag itself has some required elements, and the required elements of the channel tag are the title, and this refers to the name of the channel. So, for example, if you have an HTML website and that website contains the same information as your RSS file, in other words, your RSS file is just a syndicated version of the content on your site, then the title of the channel should be the same as the title of the website. And I've provided an example over here. So if I have my website, joemarini.com, and I named the website Joe's News and Information, if I had an RSS feed that provided essentially the same information as the site, I would name it the same name. On the other hand, if you have RSS feeds that provide more specialized information, for example, if you have an RSS feed that lists the number of times that you'll be speaking in an upcoming given period of time, or publications you've put out and when that happened, or places you've been to for lunch and what dates you went, then obviously you're free to name those other names, but name your RSS feed that provides the same information as your site, the same name as your site. The link tag is also required. The link tag provides a URL which indicates the HTML website that corresponds to the channel. So, for example, if I had an RSS feed that corresponded to my website, and my website was joemarini.com, I would place that URL in there as well. And then finally, the description tag is also required. And this is a short description, a sentence or two, maybe three, describing the channel. So if we were to update our previous example code using what we now know, the RSS feed would start to look like this. So we'd have the RSS and channel tags that we had before, and we'd have the title, link, and description tags. Now, this is beginning to look a little bit more like a real RSS feed, but not exactly very useful because it doesn't contain anything except for the information about the channel. In order to make this RSS feed useful, we have to add item tags to it. And item tags go inside the channel, and they specify information about each individual piece of syndicated content. And that's what we see here. So each item tag also has a set of subtags or child tags that are required or optional. So the tags I've listed here, and technically speaking, all of the tags specified for item are optional. However, at least one title or one description has to be present. So the title tag right here, that's the title of the individual item. And I provided an example. So one item might be named Joe Goes to the Movies. And the link, which is a URL to that item, this is a URL that a feed reader can use to open up the larger piece of syndicated content. In this case, it might be something like, a URL to my website and then joeatthemovies.html. And the description tag, which contains a sentence or two or three or so, which describes the content of the item. And in this case, it's just a short description. Here's what I saw at the movies last weekend. Now, just a quick note. According to the RSS 2.0 specification, the description tag is allowed to have HTML content in it. And since you're going to be embedding HTML content inside an XML file, you have to do some special encoding, and I'll cover that later. If we were to now take our RSS feed and apply what we now know, it would look something like this. We have our RSS tag, we have our channel tag, we've got the tags up here which describe the channel, and then we have a couple of items. So this item here is Joe Goes to the Movies. It's got a link and a description. And this item here is Joe Has Lunch. and there's the link and description of what I had for lunch. This here is actually a fully formed and proper RSS feed. Again, it's not particularly rich or useful because it doesn't contain things like publication dates or information about authors and so on, and we'll cover that more in the next section when we see more of the RSS file format.